Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with cyclesgaming.com. Here bringing you another installation of Dragons in Modern. Today we're trying out the latest hotness and questing Druid. We do have one ramp spell, we have a little bit of interaction, and we have a Field of Ruins. So our goal here is typically to have a 3-mana Planeswalker plus a 1-mana ramp spell so that we can get out a turn 5 dragon. They're mulliganing the 6. It's possible that we want to keep this and just hope to draw well because we already Utopia Sprawl is kind of difficult to deal with. It sets us up if we draw turn 3 dragon or turn 3 planeswalker. Sorry, a 3-mana planeswalker. That would give us the turn, maybe the turn 3. The Utopia Sprawl works really well with Kiora as well. We'll keep it. I like the reason why I'm keeping it. If Utopia Sprawl more difficult to answer than a Mana Dork, Lightning Bolt for some interaction. If it's a Ragavan deck, which there are a lot of Ragavans running around, and Field of Ruins sometimes can just get our opponents, especially if this person is playing Tron or Infect. So let's see what they're up to. Swamp, Thoughtseize. Well, there goes our Utopia Sprawl, I imagine. In some ways, playing against the Thoughtseize deck, you don't ever want to mulligan, but Lightning Bolt, they must have a 1-drop they'd like to stick. Alright, well, that's unfortunate that we ended up drawing another land. We'll get Forest. I'm assuming this, right now this looks like the mono black Cabal coffers. And if that's the case, this Field of Ruin might do some work. So with Utopia Sprawl, we almost always want to name red in this particular build. And now what we're really hoping to draw into is a Kiora or a Domri. Looks like they're going to be playing some kind of turn 2 creature, whether it's a dashed Ragavan or maybe a Walker, Rakdos. I imagine that's a dashed Ragavan then. Maybe they'll hit a land. And an Arbor Elf. Okay, well, not the best for us. See if they cast it. I mean, they can. Now we really want to hit that. Ooh, a Lightning Bolt. Right on time. So worst case scenario, our opponent plays some more hand disruption followed by a dashed Ragavan to snag our. They'll get the Lightning Bolt with the hand disruption and then dash in the Ragavan. I mean, we'll play the Field of Ruin for now. If anything, at the end of their turn, we can blow up their Blood Crypt. Although at this point, with treasure tokens from Ragavan, things like that, I'm not sure how much it matters. All right. Well, they might have the scam. In fact, they probably have the scam. So what we'll do is blow up that. Get a mountain. Yeah, I'm fully expecting them to keep this thing alive with some dies. Alright, well, we'll see what else the opponent has going on here. Planeswalker? Questing Druid? That'd be a good hit right here. Delighted Halflane. Well, assuming it's going to die, but we'll get the opponent's stuck on mana. I assume they have some kill spells. Hopefully next turn one of these dragons will get in and they won't be able to answer it because they're playing Rakdos and they don't play too many main deck ways to kill 5-mana creatures. So now the question is, we're going to get to play a Glorybringer, which is sweet. Do we want to go ahead and exert it and pick off the Voidwalker? or do we want to just go ahead and try to race? So this turn put them to 11, next turn put them to 3. We can even get in with the Delighted Halfling if we exert the Void or the Glory Bringer. So I think that's what we'll do. Opponent stuck on mana. Put opponent down to 10. Next turn we drew one of our best threats in Questing Beast. Man, I love this card. It pained me to cut one to make room for Questing Druid, but it is what it is. I want to try out the new hotness that's put Jund back on the map supposedly. Okay, opponent shocking themselves. Let's see what they have here. They do play main deck Molten Collapse. That's also one of the new hot cards. That's fine. We weren't going to be able to attack with it anyway. It's sorcery speed, which means they won't be able to answer our next threat being Storm Breath. So now we have a question. The question is, do we want to run out Questing Beast or Storm Breath? And I think the answer is going to be Questing Beast. We already saw a 3 power creature. So they theoretically could get, and I don't think it's going to matter, to be honest, at this point. An opponent might agree with me after this play. They don't have the fetch land to crack. They might be wishing they kept their treasure, assuming they have a fatal push. That would be one reason not to play the Questing Beast over the Stormbreath Dragon. Bow Masters. All right. Sure. At this point, we don't really care about our Delighted Halfling. It came in late. It hasn't really done anything. Opponent's dead on board, even if they have another Molten Collapse. Yep, didn't realize it too. Turn 6, got there with the dragons, picked apart Rakdos. Maybe it's not Rakdos Scan, maybe it's just Rakdos mid-range. And that wasn't even our best start. Clearly, opponent was struggling on mana, hitting their land drops a little bit, but I mean, we didn't have a turn 2 3 mana Planeswalker and a turn 3 dragon. They took our bolt, got some Ragavan hits in, but it wasn't enough. Just how we drew it up. So Veil of Summers, I mean, those are good against hand disruption, but we're on the draw, so I don't know how good they're going to be. What's the opponent going to bring in? Let's see here. Do they have Chalice of the Void in the main? They do. Some decks at least. So they might bring in Chalice on 1, which would incentivize us, although that hurts them, but it would incentivize us to cut a couple of our mana dorks, which I normally do anyway when I'm on the draw to find room. So we'll bring in Blood Moon is not very good. Bone Crusher Giant gives us another bit of spot removal plus another threat. We might want to save the Veil of Summers for if we lose this next game. Could cut back on 1 Planeswalker apiece or 1 Questing Druid. We haven't even seen the Questing Druid yet, though, so I'm hesitant to cut it. We can trim here, bring in another Bone Crusher. Kiora is great. I mean, so powerful with drawing his cards plus untapping the Glory Bringer. Domri great at fighting, and they play a lot of little threats, so maybe we want to keep the 4 Domri and go 3 Kiora. Run it like that, bring in a little bit more removal. Repeat game 1. You saw my analytics, cyclesdagaming.com. Needs all the views it can get. All right, we do have the Questing Druid. We do not have a 1-drop. This is almost always an auto mulligan. However, we have this sweet combo right here. We have 8 ways of 8 1-mana ramp creatures or spells. So let's see, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2. All right, I think we're gonna. It pains me, but yeah, we're gonna mulligan this for hopefully a faster hand. Well, we have the 1 land and 3 mana dorks. So we're going to keep that. What do we put on the bottom? So we have 1 mana Utopia Sprawl. Next turn play Delighted Halfling or Questing Druid. If we draw a land, we can play Domri, then into the Delighted Halfling. This is our finisher. So do we get rid of one of our mana dorks? I think that's what we want. We have action. We have Tall Caesar Ragavan, I'm imagining. So if I was them, I would probably take the Utopia Sprawl and have a kill spell if I had a kill spell for the Delighted Halfling. Otherwise, it'd be Domri. I mean, the Questing Druid they may have a mad respect for that. It is a nice 2-for-1 or 3-for-1. We get 2 cards off the top into exile to play, and then a creature that grows itself. One of the awkward things about this build with Questing Druid is we do play a lot. Our 1 mana, our cheapest spells are typically green, so it's not going to actually grow the Questing Druid. Okay, so that was another Domri when we really wanted to hit either a land or another mana dork. So right now, assuming since they took the Utopia's problem, assuming opponent's going to bolt or kill this Delighted Halfling, fatal push maybe, and hope we don't hit another land, which is quite possible given that we play 23 lands, but Mana Screw is a real thing. Bowmasters? Oh, Voidwalker. All right, so we're at least going to get to untap with the Delighted Halfling. Do we hit another land? That would be good. We need to make our land drops. No, we do not. So we're going to main phase the Seek the Beast and hope to hit a land. Oops, we're going to have to oh, no, did I cast it? Yeah, I did cast it right. Good. No, I did not. Let's do that again, folks. Red. Land, please. No. So next turn, we're going to have to take our beats here. Hopefully they do not kill our Delighted Halfling. If I was them, I would have killed it last turn, but I guess they want to put a clock on us and start maybe getting value out of a discard. But we would love to hit another. I mean, we just want to hit land, runner lands at this point. Nothing. Okay, interesting. All right, just what the doctor ordered. So what we can do here is we'll go get a forest. We'll tap this for red, green, cast a Domri. Maybe they're actually Grixis, so we make it uncounterable. Now, the cute thing here is we have a 2/2, so we could just have these 2 fight. And then next turn, we would be needing to hit a land to cast our Storm Breath. Shadow means it's unblockable, but we can put it up to 4 if we win by casting this. I mean, what's the likelihood they have their scam that card that's going to bring it back to life? I think we're just going to continue our ramp plan, or committing things to the board, not picking off creatures right now. Especially if our opponent is actually afraid of the Questing Druid for some reason. And next turn if we want, we'll grow the questing druid by casting Kiora, assuming it lives. And that's the Bowmasters. Gonna pick off our questing druid. Yep. Now they can kill our So if we hit a land here, we can play Storm Breath and hope they don't have a Molten Collapse. If we don't hit a land, we'll play, and assuming the Domri dies, because I'm assuming they're going to kill a Domri. Attack, attack, the Domri. We'll see how much they respect the Domri. Maybe they have a handful of removal. I assume they bring in Terminates. Shieldred? Yep. Well, let's see what they attack. They may just try to kill us dead. If I was them, I would definitely be attacking my Planeswalker. Yep, and we get hit for 1. Alright, so I went as I expected. Shieldred's a pretty good card. I think they're just too far ahead of us right now for us to get back in this. We did hit the land. So we could theoretically begin racing, but we're dead on board. 4, 7, 8, 9. We go to 1, and then we draw and we die. I think we're dead no matter what, actually. So if we play the land, we can go Kiora and Domri this turn, and then they just kill us. I haven't seen the Kiora that I think, so that might be might not want to run it out just to see what happens. So then we play 2 Planeswalkers, and they probably just attack us down to 1, and then we draw and we're dead. So is there any? So we could play the Kiora and the Dom. Well, we wouldn't be able to play both then. So 5 mana gets us the Domri. We could fight these 2 and then take 4, 5, 6, go to 4, go to 2. But we have to we'll lose our Delighted Halfling in the process. All right, well, we'll play it out just because we might as well. I don't think we're gonna, and this is not, I don't see this ending well for us. However, we will try it. Our opponent might decide that it's worth taking a turn off to kill the Domri. And that would put us to 5 to 3. I just don't see us having any real way out of this, to be honest. But let's play it out just to see how this deck can play from behind, if it can play from behind. I mean, attack us, hit us to 4, draw to 2, bolt us dead. This is the kind of matchup Shieldred can really shine in, the mid-range, back and forth, puts a clock on us that we can't. We don't really play any answers for a 4-5. Bolt? No. Bowmaster is what is going on. Tell me it's Kolaghan's Command. I haven't seen that in a while. It is Kolaghan's Command. All right. Love it. Takes me back. That used to be a really, really good card in Modern, and I haven't seen that in a while. Okay, so maybe now we do Veils of Summer End. The Bone Crusher Giant just did nothing. We want our Arbor Elves because now we're on the play. We want to ramp a little bit more. Questing Druid. Sorry, dude. I'm taking you out. Okay, bring in Brotherhoods in because they do have a lot of low to the ground creatures. It also gives us some flexibility with. I really want this Kiora back in too. Maybe we take one of our mana dorks out. And it gives us some flexibility to kill a shield druid with board wipe plus lightning bolt. Wipe away all the little creatures like in that game, bolt the shield druid. I mean, obviously it's got to line up perfectly, but that's why you play the cards. Okay, we'll take out one of the mana dorks in favor of the Kiora. So you can see we really want to play on our curve, which is a 1 mana dork into a 3 mana planeswalker into a 5 mana dragon. When we're disrupted, or we don't have that in our opening hand, we suffer. So this is unfortunately not the kind of hand we want to see, and this is an even worse hand. Do we want to go any lower though, given that we're playing against a discard hand? So what we're looking at discard wise is we go to 6, they take the bolt, and we are down to 5 cards anyway. What a way to go. All right, well, see if we get a better. This at least keeps, oh man, look at this. Look at this. Oh. This deck is not running very well. Well, we'll put 2 Storm Breaths to the bottom. I mean, 3 Storm Breaths. I mean, you saw those, our opening 7s. Like the first one, just too slow. So this gives us the flexibility if they kept the Thoughtseiz's hand or something, or maybe even Grief. I didn't see Grief. I don't think they're a Grief deck. We can Veil of Summer, maybe draw Mulligan, and if they cast a Ragavan, we can bolt it. Or they will do neither. We're just really hoping for a land right now. Land? Alright. Yeah, we are again in a situation where we want to go land, land, land. I mean, Multi 5 to keep a 1-lander is really bad. Alright, land or mana dork here. No. So we had an opening 7 of 3 Storm Breath Dragons. We put 2 to the bottom, and we shuffled once, and we drew another copy. Curse you, MTGO Shuffler. Some nonsense. Thoughtseize. This is what we're Veil of Summer. Hopefully draw land. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Please be a land. If we're going to have any chance at this game, we need to draw land now. Well, we managed to draw terribly this game. Had pretty rough 3 opening 7s, and now drawn horribly after keeping a 1-lander in 5. Maybe they'll commit a bunch of creatures to the board, and we will get lucky and draw a mountain and then wipe them all away. Ooh, Fable of Mirrorbreaker. That seems like a pretty good card. Every time I play Fable, people do their level best to kill that Goblin Shaman token. Do we want to kill it? I mean, they don't have a lot going on. Feels like the Shaman token is the least of our worries at this point. Well, so now you can see some of the awkwardness of playing 5-mana creatures in today's Modern. We do our best to build the deck with, what, like 10 1-mana ramp spells, 8 3-mana Planeswalker ramp spells, and the rest basically finishers with a little bit of removal. Sometimes you just draw your 5 drops, or here we drew 2 3 drops, but what a way to go out, man. What a way to go out. That game 1 was good, but this is absolutely brutal. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw the Thundermaw Hellkite 1-of in our deck over the 20 lands that remain. Yeah, commit more to the board, please, because we're going to draw a mountain and cast Brotherhood's End. I can never really say that. Part of me is just so thankful that this is on a video, because now literally 3 Stormbreath Dragons in our opening 7, 2 to the bottom, shuffle once, drew 1, drew the second. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Discard 1, I can't come back now. And I bet if we do end up drawing a 3rd land here, it will be a forest or something. And then they're going to go get our Stormbreath. Yeah, I guess that was a punt on our part. I don't even think it really matters, but we could have just lightning bolted a Dothy Voidwalker to avoid that scenario, discarding to begin with. But man, what a brutal way of going down, getting beat down by Gruul Dragons. Well, this has been a frustrating game. Yep. Just insult on injury. It is our fault. We could have bolted the Voidwalker to avoid discarding. Just too busy complaining about missing land to remember that they could then cast our Glorybringer. And Shield Dredges for the rub-ins? Sure. I guess the opponent got stuck on 2 mana for a while in game 1. Now it's our turn. We play a much higher curve. Hey! Right on time. Man, what a frustrating way to go out. Alright, well, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. Not very happy with the showing of my dragon deck there. Maybe we'll get him the next time. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.